Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Lexi and today I have some finishes to show you and also a couple of projects that I need to finish on camera here. So I thought we could do those together. I'm excited because some of these are gifts and I've also just been wanting to show them now that they're done. And I also have several other small projects that I still need to work on. And so I'm excited to, of course, move on to those and get those done as well, because some of those are going to be presents for Christmas as well. So let's get started here. I have, these are all going to be off canvas, small projects. All of these took about less than an hour to complete each. And I did these mainly like on my breaks at work and like on my lunch break and things like that. So I don't have the exact time per piece just because sometimes they were sort of broken up between my 10 and 15-minute breaks at work. So I don't have exact times to give you for how long these took to complete, but definitely less than an hour per thing. And some of these have been sealed already, some of them have not. One of them is currently drying from being sealed. Oh my goodness, there's a big horn there. I don't know if you could hear that. So let's go through these. I'll tell you my thoughts on them. A lot of these were items that I got from New Craft Day. The only thing that I did not get from New Craft Day were these coasters. These were from Amazon. I'll put all the links below in case anybody is interested in buying these. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to show you is these sun catchers. These I bought to put on my windows in my office because in the winter it gets kind of gloomy, and I thought that these would be nice because maybe they would capture whatever little light does come in and they might brighten up my office, and they do look really cute hanging in my window. I bought these hooks on Amazon and I can link these down below if anybody is interested. They're just suction cup hooks. I mean, they're very basic. They came in lots of different sizes. You can see it's just a metal hook on a suction cup. I stuck these to my window up behind where my curtain is, and so you can't really see these on the inside. And then I hung up these sun catchers and they look really cute. I did try to take a picture to put in the video to show you what they look like hung up, but there is absolutely no light coming in and has not been any light for days here. It has been so overcast, raining, dreary. So I have not been able to get a nice picture of them, but I'll keep trying and I'll post it maybe on my community tab or something so you can see what they look like actually in place on the window, because they do look cute. So I completed each one of these and sealed them with this polyurethane. This is the water-based kind. Let me see if I can get focus here. So this is Ultimate Polyurethane water-based, and it is the crystal clear gloss interior type. It is pretty fast drying time. I have not had any problems with yellowing, and I had this for my polymer clay. I use it to seal polymer clay projects. I know people usually use polyacrylic. I didn't have any on hand, but I had this and I tried it out and it worked nicely on these items. And so this is what I have been using. It is, I believe, since this is water-based, this is actually supposed to be less toxic than the just straight polyurethane, which is like that yellow stuff, but still probably toxic, so it's just less toxic. Okay, let's get into this. So Each one of these had beautiful crystal rhinestones and then also special shaped drills. So here is the first one. This is a hummingbird. And these were really fun to do. The symbols I felt were really clear on here and the drills fit nicely. I don't think there was any problem with the guide circles showing through that I can tell, not to my eye anyway. And so let me show you the others. I don't think that this was my favorite one, by the way. I think it's pretty, but the colors in it were not my favorite. Out of the two hummingbirds, this one was my favorite. It's very colorful, sort of rainbow colors, and I really like this special shape in the wing. I just thought he was really pretty. So yeah, I like that they're two-sided, so that when they're hung up in the window, when you're looking from the outside, you can also see the pretty gems on there, pretty rhinestones. There were lots of rhinestones and even the special gems left over, which I of course will save for another project. I'm a bit of a craft supply hoarder, so of course I'm going to save them for something else. But I appreciate that there were so many leftovers. Okay, now, so those were the two hummingbirds. I also ordered two moth shapes, and if you watched my unboxing video, you would know that this one unfortunately came cracked. There was a big crack down this side, and basically this wing was snapped off. I could have returned it. I could have reached out to customer service. I chose not to. It wasn't a deal breaker for me. I just glued it in place with super glue. And I feel like you cannot tell. Actually, it might have been on this side. I did have to super glue it. Now, when I super glued it, some of the super glue got onto the drill field because I was messy with it. And so it took away the stickiness of where I needed to put the drills. And so to fix that problem, I put some of that tack it over and over glue, which I can link below as well if anybody's interested. I put some of that on there to make it sticky again so that I could put my drills on. Not a huge deal to me. That's just a personal choice. I decided not to try to return it or anything like that. And it's been sealed at this point and everything, and all the diamonds feel sturdy. They're on there, they're fixed in place, so I don't have any issues with it. This by far was my favorite out of all four of these sun catchers. This is absolutely my favorite. I love these orange gems, and I just love the colors in this. These teal colors are beautiful. This one is a little bit banged up also because my dog Goose grabbed it off. I had it on a low table for a minute, and he was like, ooh, shiny, and grabbed it and ran off with it. So it's a little bit banged up from that as well. He's a puppy. What are you gonna do? I mean, it's my fault. I will keep it off of a low table next time. So this is the last one. I think this is probably my least favorite just because I don't enjoy the color scheme of this necessarily, but I still think it's pretty and I like it, and I'm going to hang it up. I do like these clear sort of, they're almost A-B looking rhinestones. I hope you can see it okay. I hope it's focusing. I do like the shape of it. I like how it has these dangly bits. And if you can see here on the end, there's some special shaped diamonds on the end of the tail here. Let me see if I can get the camera to focus. Sorry, I'm messing around a lot here. Okay. So I think they're all very pretty. I think it was definitely worth it to order these and work on them. They were very fun to make. I sat here and I watched my true crime documentaries and made these. Again, they each one, you know, took less than an hour. I might have made, I think I made these two on a weekend, but then these two I made on my lunch breaks and stuff like that while I was at work. So in each kit, it comes with these chains and the beads for you to attach. This one did come a little bit banged up. I don't know if you can see there, but there is an imperfection on that one where it just got banged up. Again, I could reach out to the company about that. It's just really not a big deal to me. I'm going to have that part facing outward from my office window. I really just don't mind that much. I'm just not that picky about stuff, I guess. Maybe that's bad. I don't know. It's just not a huge deal. So yeah, so I have these hanging on my window typically, and they look really pretty. I'm hoping for some sun, maybe if the clouds clear up a little bit. So let me just move these off to the side. I do want to show you how the chains attach to the sun catchers. They don't come with instructions, and so I thought it might be helpful just in case anybody is working on something like this. Because yeah, they don't tell you how these go together. You have to kind of, sort it out on your own. So this chain came as one piece, and then this other chain that goes on the top came as another piece, and then I believe the diamond, the big gem at the bottom, was also separate, and I had to put it on to this chain. There's a picture on the website, and so I just followed that as far as which order to put the chain on. So this one that has more beads on it, I put on the bottom of the bird with the giant crystal here. And then this one that is a longer chain with less beads, I put on the top. And so it comes with these jump rings, and there's two sizes. I'm hoping that you'll be able to see this. There's a small jump ring, and then they send also these bigger jump rings. But again, they don't really explain where to put what. And so just by kind of messing with it, what I did was I used the two smaller jump rings on the bottom chain. So one to connect the chain to the bottom of this bird, and then the other smaller jump ring to connect the crystal to the bottom of this chain. And that's how they fit the best. And then I put one big jump ring on the top of the bird here. And then in my head, it kind of made sense that the other big jump ring would go at the top of this chain so that you could hang it up. It just made more sense that the bigger jump ring would be used to hang it. So, and then also let me show you to use the jump rings. When I was younger and I did jewelry making, when I first started doing jewelry making, this is something I didn't know. And maybe everybody already knows this now, but I'll show you just in case. So when I was younger, I thought that when you did a jump ring, oops, hang on, let me take this off and I'll show you. Let me do this. Okay, so I thought when I was younger, when you would do a jump ring, that you would pull these apart. Because there's an opening in the jump ring. I thought that you pulled the jump ring apart, away from each side away from each other, but that distorts the size or the shape of the jump ring. So what you do is you move each side, you move them sideways instead of pulling apart. So I'm hoping the camera will pick this up. You move sideways like this. So they go side to side instead of apart. And that doesn't distort the shape of the jump ring. And then you can attach your chain. And then you use pliers to push them back together, side to side. I hope that made sense. So then you have them together. This one is a little bit of a gap there. There we go, we fixed it. So now it is ready to hang up on the window. So yeah, these will go back on my window. So yeah, I'm really happy with them. I think they're cute, and I think they were worth it, and I really liked working on them for sure. So let me move my pliers here. Okay. So my other finished project here is these coasters. I showed these in a previous Whip and Chat where I was working on my Christmas coasters, which aren't done, by the way. I still need to work on them. I'm going to be working on them during my lunch breaks today and into next week before Christmas. So these are really beautiful. I got them on Amazon. They are mandala patterns. Let me get them out here. They were really fun to work on. Again, each one, you know, takes less than an hour. I sort of did them on my lunch breaks. And I sealed them with the polyurethane. The only thing that I would say about these that I didn't like was on some of them you can see the guide circles from certain angles. I don't know if you'll really be able to pick it up on camera. That would be my only criticism of these. Now, these are going to be used just at my house. I'm not giving them as a gift or anything, so I'm not that fussed about it, but yeah, you can kind of see the guide circles a little bit. They have the cork backing that you just stick on there to protect surfaces when you're using the coaster. All in all, I think they're really cute. Again, I had lots of leftover crystal rhinestones after I did them, and so that's always nice to have extras left over. They're very shiny and sparkly even after I sealed them. So yeah, I was happy with those. They're just fun to do. And I like that it comes with the coaster holder. This teal one is my favorite, for sure. And so, this just goes in the little holder like this. I like that it came with the holder. I think that's really nice. So there's 6 altogether. I think maybe it would have been nicer with 8 because you see there's a lot of room at the top of this holder. So I think 2 more would have been ideal to fill this up a little bit more, but I still think it's cute. There are lots of different sets on Amazon and all the different websites for diamond painting. And so I think some sets do have 8. So if I was to purchase again, I would probably look for a set that has 8 instead of 6. So, okay. The other one that is finished is my pencil box here, and I think it is almost dry. I just sealed it with the polyurethane, and once it's dry, it will be good to go. This is a partial, it's not completely filled with rhinestones, and so there was a lot of stickiness on here, and so I definitely wanted to seal it, but also to fix the diamonds in place and make sure they weren't popping off, because that would not look very pretty. Overall, I'm happy with this one. I think it looks cute. I would maybe pick a different pattern next time. There's just a couple goofy things I don't like about the pattern. Some of the way it's like painted or printed on here I don't like, but I think the rhinestones on here are very pretty. I like these orange ones, so I think it's sparkly enough, I think it's pretty enough, and I'm going to use it to put, oh, I got some polyurethane on the side here. I think it would be good to put diamond painting pens in here, and then I think you can put your wax or your putty in this smaller part of the container. So I need to clean up this side. I've got some, looks like just some spilled over on the side here. I don't know if you can see that, but I'll have to find a way to clean that up because it is now dry. But yeah, it's not tacky anymore now that I've put the sealer on there. I just didn't want, you know, the hair and dust to stick to it. So overall, I like this one. I probably, if I did another one, I would choose a different pattern. But yeah, I like it. I think it's pretty. So that's that one. I'm just going to move over here to let it dry all the way because it might be, it's still a bit wet after I just had my fingers all over it. Okay. So the last thing I have is these bookmarks, and these are going to be gifts. And so I need to finish these 2 flower bookmarks, and this mandala style one is finished. Just take this out of the packet. Now, this one was more of a full drill field, but you can see, I mean, there's a lot of space in between where those big diamonds are though, so it is sticky in between there. And since this is an item that is going to be used for a purpose, I do think I should seal it. Yeah, you can see there's a lot of glue down here. You can like actually see where the glue is. So I'm going to have to seal this. I'm a little bit nervous about sealing this because it is a soft item, and I think I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to try the polyurethane and see what happens. So it does come with a tassel, and actually look, one of these threads is longer than the rest, so I'm just going to trim this. Is that a good idea? I don't know. Doing it anyway. Okay. So this tassel will go on the top here. Let's just do it for now and see how it looks. This one was really fun to do, and it took me less than an hour. If I can get this through there. Jeez Louise. 1 second. Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties here. Sorry, I realize I'm doing this off camera. 1 second. Okay. So we put the tassel on here, and it's got this lovely, I think it's a lotus flower on the tassel. Pull this through. So I think it's really pretty. And I have a certain person in mind that I will give this to. I think they will enjoy this pattern and style of bookmark. My only real big criticism of this that kind of bothers me is there is this blue border around the pattern. Okay. But on this side, the blue border is very thick. On this side, it's thinner. And not a huge deal breaker. I don't mind that much, but my eye does catch it. You can tell. And it's just kind of, you know, it's just one of those finishing things that, you know, they could have done better on, I think. But it's still pretty. It doesn't matter ultimately, but, you know, that is a problem. So I do need to seal this one. Let's just go for it and see what happens with the polyurethane. I'm a little bit nervous since this is going to be a gift. I do have some other kinds of sealer, but I think I would just like to see how this works with the polyurethane. So if this doesn't completely work out with the polyurethane and I end up ruining this, not the end of the world. This isn't the only gift I had for this person. Obviously, this was just like a tiny little stocking stuffer for somebody. So, all right. So I've got some polyurethane here in a green boat. And I just have a soft brush here. This is just an old brush that I have from something else that I've been using. Now, when I paint this on, it's going to look milky and thick, but it does dry clear. And I'm just going to try, well, let's just go for it. I was going to say, I'm just going to try one corner and see what happens, but you know what? Let's just be brave and go for it. So I'm just going to brush this over. I'm getting some bubbles, and I think that is from the type of brush that I'm using, so I might want to invest in a better brush. It does look a bit foamy. I'm going to try to avoid getting this on these big diamonds, special shaped diamonds, just because I've already messed up. I was going to say, just because I feel like it might dull them a little bit or settle into the cracks, because this is a very textured diamond on the top here. There we go. That's okay. It's all good. So, for me, this type of polyurethane does not have any kind of smell. However, the other types of polyurethane, like that real thin yellow kind, are very potent, and I cannot use those inside. This one I'm, obviously using inside my craft room, but I think that I will open a window after this, just in case. So I just want this to kind of hold the diamonds in place, and I don't want it to be sticky anywhere. The person I will be giving this to also has 3 dogs. And so, you know how the dog hair thing can be, or cat hair, or even human hair. Gets everywhere. So I'm trying to get some of these bubbles out, but it's not super duper working. Okay, let's just move on here. I hope I'm not putting this on too thick. I'm excited to get these done and wrap them up. I thought it would also be cute to maybe get like a Barnes & Noble or some other bookstore gift card and then attach it to this. I think that would be a cute idea, which I may do still. I do have, for the most part, my Christmas shopping done now, and the only other stuff that I would need to get would be just little things if I decide, thought of something else I wanted to pick up. But all the major stuff I have done. I don't quite want to say what I've bought for people just yet. Nobody in my family knows about my YouTube channel yet. I have not told them yet. It's not a secret or anything. It just hasn't, come up in conversation. But if between now and Christmas it does come up, I don't want them to watch and then find out what I'm getting them for Christmas. So, although I maybe just gave it away by saying they have 3 dogs, but anyway. Yeah, so. But it's a relief. It's a relief to have the Christmas shopping done. Now I need to wrap stuff. And actually, a few things are still waiting to be delivered. And I complained about this before, but just the shipping has been so slow. And I know it's just the time of year. I mean, I'm not really complaining, but I start to get nervous though, because then I wonder, are things going to actually get here when I need them to? That type of thing. So let me zoom you in. Maybe that will help. 1 second here. No, maybe I can't. It's a little bit zoomed in. I film everything on my phone right now, which is fine. I like my phone. I use a Samsung Z Fold 3, and it has a really nice camera on it, and it has a lot of cool features for camera stuff. And then I have, I was struggling a little bit initially because, let me make sure to get this big glue blob down here that's real sticky. I was struggling initially because I have you on a tripod overhead, and so I can't see the screen, and so it was hard for me to tell if I was in frame or not sometimes when I was moving around. But then I found an app so that I can remote in from my iPad, and so I can actually have, I can actually view what is on the camera through my iPad, so I can see better what is in frame and what is not. So hopefully it's better now. I'm still constantly working to make sure my video quality is getting better and better. I would ultimately like to get a DSLR camera so that, I'm just trying to thin some of this out, so that, you know, I can improve even more. But for now, my phone works perfectly. But I feel like maybe a DSLR would open up some more possibilities, some more just some more things, like maybe filming outside a little bit more. I say more, but I haven't done any filming outside yet, so filming outside. And maybe doing more vloggy type things. Although maybe that's not what we're here for. We're here for diamond painting. I don't know. But I do know that I'm really enjoying doing YouTube videos. It's another extension of this hobby, and being able to share this hobby has been really fun for me. And also interacting with people. I like getting to see people's comments and hearing what they're working on or what their experience has been with diamond painting. I really want to do a video coming up soon, which I might do in the next couple days, just kind of talking about why I diamond paint a little bit more in detail, because it is something that honestly has helped me in my life. And so I wanted to talk about that a little bit more in detail. So as you can see, there are some milky spots still where the polyurethane has not dried yet, but I think we're going to be okay. I was nervous about putting polyurethane on this bookmark, but I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to seal it. It won't be sticky anymore, and it will be clear. There are some sort of thick spots here. We'll kind of try to clear up, and some bubbles. But I think it's going to be okay. So pretty. I love these yellow special shaped stones on here. I keep saying stones. You know what I mean. They're special shaped diamonds, rhinestones, whatever you want to call them. they're so pretty. They remind me, and I think I heard somebody else say this before, they like look like pineapple. And so they're really pretty. I also like the blue that is in here, and I really like the contrast of the white diamonds on here, or white, you know, the white drills on here. I think it looks really cool. So yeah, this one was really fun to make. And again, I have lots of extras left over from the rhinestones, and even the special shape drills, there was quite a few left over. Well, there was 2 of the pineapples left over. But look, lots of these red AB type, just lots of drills left over, which is fantastic and really nice. So I'm just going to, let me throw this away. Okay. And I'm just going to get a new piece of paper towel here I'm going to move this bookmark over. It's too dry. And then I'm going to move this sealant over so I don't knock it and spill it everywhere. Okay. So that one's done. Okay. Now, I just have these 2 flower bookmarks that I need to finish with their special rhinestones, and these are also going to be gifts, and I think these would also be cute, obviously, with the bookstore gift card to attach, so I might do that as well with these. And they each came with identical tassels with cute little bead on them. These are also from New Craft Day. And so once I get these done, I will seal them. I won't seal them on camera. I will do that off camera. Let me move this so you can see them. Let's get this stuff out of the way. Sorry. Okay. So I really like both of these. I think this one right here is my favorite though. I really like the poppies in here. So I think that is my favorite. There are a couple of goofy things on these that I think are a bit weird. If you look at this one, the crystal rhinestones stop kind of abruptly on this flower here, and it just looks a bit strange. You know, whatever. Same here. They just kind of stop abruptly. I thought about putting different glue on here and adding more, but I don't want to ruin it. And so yeah, so this one is my favorite out of the 2, but I do like on this one, this flower here, I think is really pretty. And I like the soft colors on this one. So we need to go ahead and put our rhinestones on here just to finish up. Now, I was really excited about the shape of these, and I don't know if you can tell. They're so cute. I don't know what you would call the shape. I'm sure there's a name for it, but I don't know what it is. So I've been using my new boats or trays that I got from Nyx's Notions. I did a video yesterday unboxing these, and I love them. I got them all washed and got the static out of them, and I've been loving them. I was telling my husband last night. Now, he doesn't know anything about diamond painting, so he was like, okay, whatever. But I was just telling them how much nicer they are than the trays I had been using, and I felt like I was able to work faster through things. So I'm just using one of my pens that I got on Amazon. I can link it down below. I believe this one, I know these are not actual cherry blossoms in here, but I think the style of this was called cherry blossom or maybe sakura. But I will link it below. That's one of my favorite pens. So this is number 11, this drill. And so it's going to go in the middle of these poppies on this bookmark. I shouldn't have put the tassel on yet, but I was just messing around with it here. This one looks a little junky. Hang on. Okay. Okay. I don't think you can see me. I think I've got a shadow. Okay. And my putty is going to stick to this, of course. Let me use tweezers. Okay. I hope you can see okay. These are just going in the middle of each poppy. Oh! This is the problem with tweezers. They go flying everywhere. Again, this is a partial, so there's lots of sticky spots on here, so definitely will seal it as well. These rhinestones have an AB coating on them, which just makes them sparkle a little bit differently. Okay. Oh, of course. Let's see here. Okay. Okay. So we've got our finishing touches on here. I think they look pretty. I think they look cute and interesting. The only thing is, like, they're not as big, right, as the spot that they're going into, but I think they look cute. I like them. I hope you can see it okay. I realize there's kind of a shadow over them, but I think you can see how they shine. Yeah, there you go. So that's going to be really pretty. Okay. So I'll have to seal that one. And now, okay, so there's none of these on this one. I wish I would have grabbed some baggies. But I did not. Okay, let's just put them back in here for now. I'll have to grab some Ziploc bags to look at how many of these are left over. It's so cool. It's the little things in life that you just have to enjoy. Okay, so we'll jumping all over. Okay, put those to the side. All right, let's do number 12 next. So these are similar shape, but they're gold in color. And they're going to go in the middle of these flowers on here. And it's going to pull the putty out of my pen again, I think. So let's just do this. Oh my gosh, cute. I like the gold ones better than the black ones that we put on the other one, I think. Well, I don't know. These are like, they're AB coated. I don't know. I don't know yet. Let's get this one done first before we say. So these are just going to go in the middle of each flower. And then there's some teardrop shaped ones that are going to go as petals on this flower down here. Oh, you can't see what I was doing. Sorry. Sorry about that. Okay. So one up here. Okay. So yeah, there's some teardrop diamonds that are going to go as petals. So look at all these that are left over, though. Score. That's going to be for another project. Okay. Let's just dump these back in here. And then we'll finish up our other petals here. This is turning out to be a long video, but it's all good. I like long videos, personally. Like when I'm watching other people's channels, I like long videos. It gives me something to listen to when I'm working either at real life work or working on my projects here. All right, so this is the last one. This is number 13. And these are so pretty. kind of get some of these flipped over. So these are just some really pretty pink teardrop shaped. I'm sure there's a technical term for these, but they're teardrop shaped crystal rhinestones. Crystal rhinestones. Okay, I think I'm gonna, let's see if this is gonna pull the putty out of my pen. I'm not sure. And let's make sure you can see what I'm doing. That's really cute. I like the color of these, and I feel like this color kind of pops a little bit on here. So today is Friday for me, and no matter where you are in the world, I hope you are having a great day, evening, morning, whatever it may be for you. Okay, so just trying to get this lined up. You know what? That one looked icky. Do you ever do that? You pick one up, and as you're picking it up, you can see that it's trash. You're like, nope, you're not going on there. You are rejected. Okay. Okay. So I am, this is before work that I'm doing this. And this is just a really lovely way to start my day. I get up at 5 basically and make sure my dogs are taken care of. Oh goodness, I misplaced that one. I make sure my dogs are taken care of. I see my husband after work, make sure he's got his lunch and everything for the day. And then I have about 2 hours before I start work. And so I come in here and I just work on crafts, and sometimes I do videos while I'm doing my crafts, and I just love it. Okay. This might be my favorite one now because of these gold pieces in the middle, and I really like the way these petals turned out too. I don't know, let's compare. Oh, they're both pretty. Now I can't choose. I really like these interesting shapes in the middle of the flowers. I don't know, the way they're black with the AB coating. I think that they suit obviously the middle of the poppies here. So I do like them. And then I just really like the way the gold pops with the colors on this one. So they're both really beautiful. They have pretty tassels on them. I don't know that the tassels exactly match. What do you guys think? Let me pull this down maybe. So I know I'm not like way zoomed in. Let's put it down here. They're pretty. That's pretty. So I need to seal these, which I'll do off camera, and I think they're going to be pretty gifts. I'm going to make some envelopes out of some patterned either cardstock or some paper. I'm going to make long envelopes to put them in, and then I might do a gift card as well to attach. And so yeah, and so let's look at how our sealed bookmark is doing. It's not dry yet, but it's looking okay. It doesn't look like it's ruined it or anything. So it is a bit curled up, but that's how it was before I started working on it. So I might put, when it's dry, a heavy book on it to try to flatten it a little bit more. The other thing I wanted to do was to see how these behaved inside a book, because they're kind of thick, but these are sticky and this is not dry yet, so I'm not going to do that yet. I'll test that out later, but yeah. So those are my finished projects for now. Still continuing to work on a few other small projects, and I have my big DAC painting. I have a couple other smaller canvases that I'm working on. I have a lot of projects going, I feel like. So anyway, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate you watching, and if you haven't done so yet, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate that, and it really helps my channel. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!